After more than a decade of searching, an Austin man has found his daughter. Sabrina Allen disappeared in 2002, and investigators now say her mother, who didn't have custody of her, kidnapped her. The FBI says Dara Lawrence has been using different identities to hide with Sabrina in Mexico.
Lawrence was arrested and is now in the Travis County Jail. Investigators say Lawrence and her daughter were picked up from an apartment in a city about 2 hours south of Mexico City. They were put on an airplane and arrived in Houston last night. KXAN's Sophia Beausoleil heard from Sabrina's father, who says he never gave up.
This has been a long road. What wound up happening is we got lucky.
After 12 years of searching, missed birthdays, and not watching his little girl grow up, Greg Allen finally has his daughter back.
I'm going to ask her if I can give her a hug. She's in pretty bad shape, is my understanding.
The FBI says Greg's ex-wife, 44-year-old Dara Lawrence, kidnapped their 4-year-old daughter in 2002. Lawrence took her daughter for a scheduled visit, but investigators say she never returned Sabrina home and instead fled to Mexico.
When this first started, the first year, the first time I took a month off and went to Mexico City, I was walking the streets putting flyers on signposts and mailboxes.
Greg says he was a one-man show the first couple of years, then hired a private investigator. Authorities said they've had many leads and have been close in the past. The FBI says it didn't have the authority to do anything in Mexico, so it worked closely with the government, and it was Mexican immigration officials that made the arrest. Greg is happy to have his now teenage daughter back, but there's still a lot of pain. He says his ex-wife manipulated Sabrina into thinking he's a bad guy.
She's really not ready to see me and my family, so I hope and pray that that's coming soon.
He's just glad she's safe and a little closer to being home. Sophia Beausoleil, KXAN News.
Sabrina's father says she is now under the care of a clinical psychologist and is still being evaluated.
We have been investigating the issue of parental kidnappings for more than a year. Last year, we showed you firsthand what was involved in recovering children who were taken to Mexico. An Austin father told us his ex-wife kidnapped his 2 sons and took them to Mexico. It took 9 months for law enforcement to step in and start arresting family members who were helping her. A Texas attorney says authorities need to do more to find these children.
Well, I think it behooves us to make people aware that this is a growing problem, particularly among law enforcement and prosecutors, and that they do have a role where they can have an impact and help recover the kids.
Stephen James was reunited with his 2 sons last year, and coming up at 6, you'll hear his reaction to the FBI's arrest today and the specific issues that go along with recovering children who are taken to Mexico.